So last year, in the middle of the pandemic, when we were all under quarantine, Mick and I did a lot of gardening, but we didn't do it in our backyard. We did it over at the greenhouse. And back in this organic house, we had an entire row where we were trialing vegetables of different kinds. We had a section of tomatoes and a section of cucumbers and a section of squash and zucchini. And so we were there working on them multiple days every week. And one day, it was approaching Mother's Day, and we were tying up these vines. And I got this line in my head of train up a vine in the way it should go. And kind of a play on how raising up these vines and tying up the tendrils and caring for these plants was a lot like motherhood. And so I wrote a poem kind of teasing that metaphor a little bit, looking at the ways that training up these vines, leading them the way they would go, tying them up, trimming off these bad runners could be like parenting. And so I wrote it into a poem for my mom on Mother's Day. And then we were there working again, and some of the fruit was starting to rot on the vine. And I realized there are times like that in parenting when it just feels like everything's going wrong and you don't know what to do. And what you do with these plants is the same thing you do in parenting. You go back to the roots. You pour in milk. You're praying that it's not too late.